A smart young man makes a mistake, learns from it, and never make that mistake again. But a wise old soul finds a smart man and learns from him how to avoid making that mistake at all. It's your boy Richyrolex. You are now watching Casualties of War. I'm in here with my boy Juan Reyes. What's going on, homie? Where you from, man?
I'm originally from the top of Erie Avenue, top of Mervine Street, 3600. But I've been down there hanging with the VSF youngins. So I'm both Mervine and Venango, top of the block, you know.
So as a whole, you from Erie Avenue?
From Erie Avenue, man. Yeah, Erie Avenue.
How was it like growing up in Erie Avenue?
Oh man, it was like different because I ain't sell drugs, but I was around it. But I had my pop to hold me down and keep me away from it, but he can't stop me. He couldn't stop me from seeing what's going on out there. Like,
right. So you had a good dad though?
Yeah, dad was there, Tim Dog, and he was well respected in the neighborhood too. So
right.
I was made sure I always looked out after. But you still can't. He can't stop that. Like seeing the killings, seeing the drugs, seeing this and that, seeing the shootings. Like that shit gonna go down. But it kind of helped us when you look back at it. Like, damn, I'm glad I seen it because you know what not to do no more.
Right.
Or what not to do.
So how did he keep you from it for the time that you was kept from it?
Man, I mean, one time I was in the car with Armad, I think, I'm not sure if B, and another person. He stopped the car. Yo, he got to get the fuck out.
And you was with all the gangsters.
He got to get the fuck out. Mr. Tim, what's going on? Nah, y'all good, but this motherfucker got to get out.
Right.
So from that point on, I was like, okay, shit different around here. Like, I know these people. I love them to death, but I can't hang with them.
Right.
Because I ain't at the age we was younger, but you know, you can't hang with the old heads. Some shit that you can't do. And he stopped me from that. And from that point on, I knew. I'm like, all right, my pop loved the shit out of me because he did some shit. I was mad.
Right.
Like, damn, you know, you get upset because you trying to. We play ball. I go play ball with them. We just going to play ball, but some things that I didn't know that he knew.
Right.
Or what the case may be. So you know what I mean? It's cool. So I learned from there, like just to stay on my own and just be me.
Right. So how was it growing up with just you and your pop?
It was cool, man. Me and my dad, my grandma. And my grandma died early, so it was just me and my dad. It was cool. It was different. It was like tough love. Like it wasn't no friend shit. Like, like get it done. You know what I mean? It wasn't none of that. We going out and you hanging with me. I'm talking to you, chilling on. We might play the game or something with me, but like it was just tough love. But you needed that back then because in order to make it in back then, it's different from now. But you needed that tough love. You can't even touch a kid.
Right.
Two punches to the chest.
Right.
Shit like that. You need that. But you know. Now that I look back at it, everything he did for me was a sacrifice for himself too, because he stopped doing stuff he had to do to make sure I was good. So, you know what I mean, you respect that. But when we growing up, we don't understand that concept because we kids, we get attitude, we get mad.
Right.
But now you get older, you see what you're doing for your kids and what you got to sacrifice too. So definitely love the
So I see you didn't say anything about your mom. Where was she when you was growing up?
Back then, it's kind of difficult because, like, I knew my mom. I was with my dad since I was 4. I knew her, but I ain't know her.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So we lived on Mervine. My grandma and them lived on Oya Road, right on the opposite side of the street.
Your grandma meaning your mom?
My grandma, my mom.
Mom, all right.
And it was a crazy relationship, man. It was crazy. Like, she even was at before Poppy's was that, it was Casey's, the green store. She was messing with the boy upstairs, and I used to spend time there with them. And then she left and moved, and it was just like awkward. And I mean, some things when you're younger, you see, you know, you catch your mom coming out the greenhouse. Everybody know what the greenhouse is.
Right.
And I was with my man, I forget who at the time. I'm like, that shit kind of hurt me. Like, damn, I'm young, but I know what motherfuckers do in that greenhouse.
Right.
So I pulled him to the side. We was on the side of the truck, and I just watched her walk away. And like, I was like hurt. Like, I told my dad, like, Dad, I just seen my mom come out that greenhouse. Like, that shit fucked with me. But you know what I mean? Ever since then, I just kind of knew she had her own little path, and we just ain't had a relationship. She had talked to me here and there, but we never had a relationship.
So from 4 till now, y'all really didn't have a relationship?
No, but I had I met a lady named Angelique Chapman off of Landing Street. I was with Dre. We was playing with Eastside Knights basketball. His grandma had got that thing together. And we came from a game. I had like 30, you know how I do. So anyway, but I came from the game and I went to his crib, and man, his mom took me in like I was her own. I've been there. That's been my mom since I was 15.
Right.
Since I was 15, and that's what it is. Even though, like right now, I do have a relationship with my mom for the first time in 30-something years.
Right.
And it's like, and I don't want to take nothing from my dad or Angelique, but it just feels good, like just to have that relationship with your mom that you never had because you just wonder. It's just some shit that you wonder, like.
All right, so I got 2 questions, right? First, I want to rewind back. How did your mom not being there affect you growing up?
Oh man.
How did it affect like your everyday life?
I was disrespectful to the ladies.
Right.
Like I felt like my mom left me.
Right.
So if I get with a girl, I talk to her, she gonna leave me too. So I got to play that tough role. I got to play that hardcore. I got to play that angry man or upset shit. Like I got to. So if shit going good, I got to end it.
Right. Because you fear that
I
she
feared
gonna leave like your mom did.
I feared that every girl I talked to was gonna leave me for a long time.
Right.
And it's just that fear, like your own mom don't want you or want to be around you. So how come this random girl can love you or want to be around you so much, and you're like, nah, I'm cool. That's that fake. That's that 55 fake shit. I'm cool. I ain't gonna.
Right.
So when shit going good, I'm out of pocket.
Right.
Yeah, man, I was bad. Using for whatever I get. They can cook.
Right.
I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna get a meal. They gonna buy me something. Whatever they want to do, I'm gonna get them for it. Like, I'm cool with that. But because I was toxic, but now I know what that was at the time.
Would you say it was like a kind of like a revenge thing? Like, I'm gonna pay my mom back by doing this to these girls.
I don't know if it was a payback thing, because I couldn't get her back by that, but my trust for women was nothing. Like, I couldn't, no.
Right.
No, ain't no spending the nights, ain't none of that. We ain't going on no dates.
Right.
Come over here and be chilling, whatever happens. But, and I messed up a lot of situations like that when you look back, like, dang. But not knowing at the time, you don't know what it was. So, but it definitely was impactful on me with the ladies. Like, I was disrespectful, like out of pocket.
So what about any other area? Did it impact anything else or just the ladies?
Just me, probably, just my personality. I just probably was angry more than other people. Like, cause I was like, that had a fucking, on my shoulder. It was on my shoulder so much, like, and I would just wonder, like, damn, fuck, I ain't do shit. I ain't been locked up. I ain't get in trouble. Cool, graduated high school, people bang, and you still don't want to be around. But you know, at that time, I don't know what she was going through, but you know, and if whatever her not knowing impacted me heavily, like a lot. So yeah, I mean, that's all it is.
Right. So what about so what steps did you take in order for you to be able to start building a relationship with her now?
Oh, well, a couple years back I had went to therapy because I had made a bad business move and I had lost some money. You know, only my dad and my uncle Chucky know about that. I lost some money, which was because I felt like I had to be like them. I was trying to live up to their standards, and I not trying to get their help. I fucked up, and I fucked myself up. Lost some money, so I was angry now. Then I went to work. I was angry. I ready to get into it with someone on the bus. The lady grabbed me. She was like, "You gonna lose your job over this?" And I never forget that day. I called out of work. Bam. I called you. I texted you, Stazzy. Yeah, and Sean was in the group chat. And I said, "Look, I gotta take some time off."
Right.
And I took some time off of work for 2.5 years, and I went to a therapist. Well, my therapist started Miss Shirley, but old white lady, right? Man, I tell you, this is how she got me. The first week I went there, I wasn't really feeling that shit. I'm like, man, I don't need this shit. So she asked me like what I like to eat, what I like to drink. So the next week I come, it was on a Friday. She had Alfredo and Henny for me, cause that's what I told her.
That's what you told her you like.
So I wanted to drink. She like, would you like to take a little shot? You know, eat a little food before we start. And then from there, she gained my trust, and I gained her trust. Whatever, how it worked, but then I opened up, man. It was hard, man. Just like people say, your family give you that same information, but you can't cry like that. You can't open up like that. You can't tell them shit that you went through like that, because they'll look at you funny like, huh? Because they don't understand. That ain't their job to.
Right.
That's her job to. And I went there 2.5 years, man. I called out of work. I ain't go to work. I wasn't getting paid. This shit was all from the muscle. Like, this was, I need to do this to become this. I had a daughter. I got a daughter at the time. I got people that care about me. My daughter depend on me. I gotta make shit work. I gotta do stuff to better me.
Right.
And it was struggles doing it, still doing it. Then like recently, like after it was over, the final joint, and then I still go time. I got a new one. I go to them, but you know what I mean. We had a session today. Great joint. But it's like, what you want in life?
Right.
What you want to be? How many people you gonna hurt? Cause you hurt people ain't gonna solve nothing.
Right.
You never know how them words hurt them other people. You know what I mean? And like, especially as a man, black man, we shouldn't hurt our black women.
Right.
And we do a lot of that because a lot of black brothers need therapy, but they too cool to get money.
And hurt people. Hurt people. What would you say if I was a young black man today telling you, look, man, I ain't going to no therapy. You can't do nothing for me. Can't nobody tell me nothing because I want y'all live my life. What would you tell me about therapy?
I would tell a young brother, you almost sound like me, but take this chance. Because if you don't take this chance, it might cost you your life. Sometimes you got to sit down and talk to somebody and just let it out. You can't keep all that shit buried inside of you. All that. When you're so angry, young man, and you let it build, and you get to a point where you get upset, you're going to kill somebody. Right. If you go through something. Because now you reacted. You ain't even thinking.
Right. You
at the point, you so mad, you ain't got nothing in your fridge, or I don't know the situation, but you might have nothing at home. He might be sleeping on the floor. He might don't go to the bathroom. He might be fucked up.
Right.
So the next motherfucker that fuck with him, he might kill him. That's why a lot of young brothers kill each other. Because they situations at home are so sad. But we don't see that.
Right.
They get raped. They getting touched. The mom out there tricking. They seeing it, buying the dope. This shit is in the neighborhood. Been there since, I'm 36. It been there since I was there. Been there when you was there.
Right.
We seen this shit. And it ain't nothing but a recycling door. These young women having babies but can't take care of them. Now you have this baby. Now you put your kid in a situation where they gotta fend for themselves when they get older.
Right.
I say you a hustler and I'm dirty. I keep seeing you clean. I keep seeing me dirty. I wanna know how to get clean like you.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you gonna show me. And that's how this shit started, man.
Right.
The cycle, man. It's been going on for years.
Survival. So what's, besides the not having a mother growing up, what else is something that bothered you or affected you growing up? Affected the way you act, the way your self-esteem?
I mean, I used to think I was ugly, man, back then. My self-esteem was low.
And what was the reason for that? What made you think you was ugly?
I ain't had the best clothes. I felt like I needed better clothes, or you know what I mean. Everything wasn't hitting right. Shit,
Right.
Tim's wasn't hitting right. I ain't had, you know what I mean. So I think that, and just growing into my body didn't grow into itself at the moment. As I got in my later teens, like in high school, until I got out of high school, I started to grow into me. And I feel like you shouldn't let that bother you.
Did you ever have anybody that was speaking life into you, telling you that you was handsome growing up?
You know, I had a couple buddies, but you know.
I'm talking about like as from a kid though, not as you got older.
Oh, you know, your grandma and all them tell you you're beautiful and all that, but I ain't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't feel like that. Maybe because I ain't feel like my mom still wasn't around. Even I'm like, man, nobody love me. I can't be beautiful. I can't look good or handsome.
Right.
The motherfucker that birthed me don't want me.
Right.
So probably I held on that to too long. And some people say it's a cliche, but it works for the girls too.
Right.
Girls don't have their dad. I ain't fucking because
Right.
they just looking for a male figure. So not to cut you off, I read this book called 5 Love Languages. Right, 5 Love Languages. The girl didn't get no love from my mom and dad. They were arguing. She found love in the older guy.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want to have sex with him, but she did. Because he comforted her. He made her feel good. He called her. He cared for her. That's all she wanted. Wasn't getting that from home. And she got an STD.
Right.
But she only cared. She still was with him, and she's happy with this man.
Right.
Because if the parents don't check on the kids gonna go out there and get it from somewhere else. That's how it go.
I feel like it's definitely key things that you need from both parents. So if one parent is missing, you gotta find that missing thing, and you're gonna go searching for it. And 9 times out of 10, where we are, the things that we are around, we find it in the wrong places.
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing things at 15, 16 we shouldn't be doing.
Right.
We've been in clubs and drinking at 16, 17.
Right. So can you say that, is there like any things that you regret that you did in your life?
Yeah, I regret how I talk to people, man. I definitely do that. How I treated people. How I was just a user. Like I was a user. I was a bad talker to people. I was like surgical at the time.
Right.
Because I'm trying to hurt you. I'm trying to hurt you.
And
I'm hurt.
And this be a person that really just trying to love you, and you trying to hurt them.
They want to love me, but I want to hurt them so they don't love me. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because I'm hurt. So I want you. Somebody got to feel this pain.
Right.
It got to come from somewhere.
Right.
So at that time, I would do some crazy things, or do some nutty shit that you don't even know nutty at the time, but you
Right.
like, whatever. I regret that, man. How I treated the women, even how I just did certain things with certain friends. How we broke off, how we stopped being friends. I do, man, but you can't take nothing back. But I apologize to them people. Not all of them, but I had people I was still in touch with. I apologize to them. They accepted, but I was coming with open doors.
Right.
I was coming with honesty, and if you gave me, you didn't. If you did, you did.
Right.
But I was cool on my end because I came with the forgiveness. Like, I'm like, look, I'm sorry, I did some nut shit.
Right.
I apologize. If you don't forgive me, that's cool. I understand, but this is something I gotta do for
Right.
me. You know what I mean?
So moving forward, how do you go about moving forward? Now that you know you go to therapy, now that you want to get better, what's your steps that you're taking to move forward?
Every day is a step, man. It's like, it's never a physical battle. It's always a mind thing.
Right.
If you lose your mind, if you let your thoughts beat your mind, it's over.
Right.
So I just wake up every day and I just tell myself, I talk to God every morning when I get up. I don't really go to church like that, but every day I talk to God.
So you're Christian?
Yes. Every day I talk to God. Every day. I wake up, I talk to him. I talk to him at night. Even when I'm on a bus or whatever I'm at, like, just to just to holler at him. But every day, man, I just try to be better. I try to keep consistent shit going on. I try to get me a routine.
Right.
I try to do everything I can. Try to be a better father. Whatever I gotta do, man. It's like, but you can't take one time and you fall right back then.
Right.
All that shit I did was worth nothing because it take one time. I only take a snap. I only take one little situation. And if I take this situation the wrong way, and I think before I react, I react before I think, and it's over. So I keep a routine. I keep a little, I keep a notebook. I write everything down that I want to do, and I will do. Keep goals. I keep, like at nighttime I listen to like some music you go to sleep to. It's like I don't know the name of it, but it's like the ocean or
The ocean and all that.
And all that to go to sleep because I be
Right.
wanting to sleep peaceful. I don't be wanting to sleep angry and all that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I came too far and fought too many demons and people relied on me and my supporting cast was so strong It's like I'm letting them down. Then, not even that. Like I told you, my therapist died, right? So, her son wound up calling me. And like, I just wanted to let you know, my mom was supposed to retire when she took me in. But it was a personal for her. So she like, I was personal. So for this white older lady
to take
me personally and believe in me,
right,
and then die, then my son tell me that I can't let nobody down, because this lady put her all. She could have been chilling.
Right.
She could have been retired.
Did her passing trigger something for you? Because there's another female that you let close and then get taken away from you?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody, and I could have handled things a little better. But like I said before, that it was over a communication thing.
Right.
She said something, I thought I should have got the other answer. And it's never that. Sometimes some people just tired.
Right.
Sometimes they just want to chill. But you know, I'm all out of my ego and I'm feeling good. The love is crazy. Like
right.
they coming at me like more than ever. Like I'm like, huh? So I'm like, she wants, huh? Alright. This was around like the pandemic time, like when it first started. So but I probably would have did some things better, man. I could have handled it better. I could have called up and said, look, you know, I thought you should just stay with me that night or something like that. It's cool. Just tired of it. But I didn't. Probably got in the way. I just ain't. The phone calls was coming, but they was getting less convo each time, because she thinking like something, man, what's going on? I ain't do nothing to him. The whole time I'm like, whatever. Right. Like I got into that bad. So definitely, I tell her brothers, man, communication is like key. Like, and that ain't the number one factor to keep something going. A relationship, a strong relationship, communication and friendship, you gotta keep them. You gotta treat them like you just met them.
Right.
You gotta date them still. You gotta do. People say it's corny. No, get us some flowers, or get us this, or send her this, or whatever. You gotta keep that shit flowing, because what you won't do, another man will. Right. Like, you not talking to her, she keep talking to him. Like she wound up over there, because you ain't showing her that affection. We think when we get them, that's it. I got her. She ain't gonna fuck with us. Right. But it's not true, because they need feelings too. And it's crazy, like I said before about the love language. I'm 36. I didn't know about no fucking love languages. Now I know. So now I know my love languages. I'm like, damn. And did I fuck her? Because that I know my love language. So I'm like, damn, she ain't give me no love or no physical touch or no quality time. So it's like, now I know. So that even made me stronger. And then I read the book about The Truth About Men by Divine Franklin. Mm-hmm. Deep drink. But see, the women need to know too. They gotta help us out too. It just ain't us. Right. We need them for support. They make us better. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I definitely would have did things better with that situation. But, you know, can't look back now. It is what it is. If it ever reopens itself or the door opens, who knows what happens. But, you know, I can't live in the past. Right. I can just move forward and just do what I gotta do.
Right. Does the childhood stuff affect anything with your parenting or your daughter?
At first it did. Because I wasn't really like, I didn't know how to be a dad. Like, right. Even though I had my dad, that emotional part wasn't there. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? But now she's older. During the pandemic, right now it's like a little tough. But man, it's a blessing, man. Financially, yeah, you know what I mean. You take care of your kids and all that, but they need us. Like they need to see, especially a daughter. They need their dad. You know what I mean? So. In the beginning, it hurt when she was younger, but now it don't hurt now because I talk to her every day, FaceTime her. She send me stuff on the phone, man. Like that's my heart, that's my twin. So, you know, I got something to live for if I didn't. So, you know, I look forward to that text in the morning. Since she got a phone, I look forward to that FaceTime from my daughter. That's the number one woman in my life. You know what I mean? Whoever come next, they got to know that. Right. That's uno. You know what I mean? So, definitely, man. And then. Just being around other great fathers, man, like yourself, and a couple other people I know, man, you know what I mean? It's like, this is what this is, man. We love this shit, like, because some shit that they got, we never had.
Right.
So we able to get it to them now. You know what I'm saying? Or take them away from certain areas and they can play in the playground safely. You know what I mean?
All right, so is it one thing that you just want to let go of that's stopping you from growing the way you want to grow? Is it one thing, and if it is, what would that be?
Stopping me from growing?
Like one thing you just wish, man, I wish I could just let this go because it's really in my way. Like,
Giving my heart up, man, to somebody. Like, I really want to give my heart to a lady, a woman. Like, but I want to, but then I don't want to. It's like a gift and a curse still. I be wanting that love. I be wanting to feel that good love.
So what would it be that you got to give up for you to be able to be hers on?
I probably had to give up I guess it's my trust issues. I had to give up the trust issues in order to be that.
Right.
In order for me to give my heart up, or for somebody to have my heart, I would have to get them trust issues up, because they still there, you know what I mean? That's some stuff take a little longer to go away. So if I was able to get them all the way up, which I am working on now, because at the end of the day, who wants to be lonely?
Right.
Who wants to be toxic? Who wants to be all by themselves? Who wants to come to an event every time by themselves?
Right.
And it's couples. It's 19 couples. And you the eyeball.
Right.
Like, it get a little bored, so, you know what I mean? The one I had, it could have been that, but, you know, like I said, it is what it was. But I definitely had to give up the trust issues in order to give my heart up or give it to that special one, whoever they may be.
Right.
I'm willing to do that because I ain't getting no younger. And 220 showed us a lot, so time don't wait for nobody.
Right.
They had us stuck in the house for about 5 months on a real.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was like 2020, it was like a lesson for everybody. So, you know.
So I know you said that you weren't really in the streets, but you had friends in the streets. How did the things you see or saw affect you?
It affects you because it's still even though I ain't in the streets, it's still a code.
Right.
I see shit, I can't say nothing.
Right.
I gotta be
What type of stuff was you seeing?
Oh man, people get beat up, people shooting at each other, rumbles, stabbings, whatever. You know what I mean? We got caught up in a couple. I wasn't one shooting them, but you know, shit just happened and you gotta run.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like the shit you see, man, the shit you hear, the rumors, niggas question you about it, like nigga, you told such and such. But you gotta keep it. You gotta keep it the code. You can't tell your homie. You can't tell your homie to another homie. Like you gotta just keep it cordial. So I always kept it cordial. Like I always been that one. You gotta figure. I was with my generation and yours at the same time.
Right.
Like I was with y'all generation more than mine. I had more fun with y'all than I did with mine. You know what I'm saying? So I played both sides, but I was cordial. Even when shit got ugly in the game, I knew this, I knew that. I can't do nothing.
Right.
I'm out of that, man. I love all y'all. I can't intervene in that. That's my dog, you my dog.
Right.
It might never be the same again. We might not ever end up at the same places together again. But I can't stop hanging with one because, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Y'all had that.
How did you manage to be like so close with the gangsters and hanging with the gangsters and not get yourself intertwined with what was going on?
Because I still had my dad too in my ear. I feared that man. I was scared. So I knew I wasn't doing nothing stupid because I still got to go home. I ain't living by myself at the time, you know what I mean? So I always kept that in the back of my mind. Your dad gonna fuck you up.
So your dad being home definitely made a big impact.
Yeah, my dad being there.
And your decision making. Yeah,
man. Yeah, definitely. Even though when he wasn't there, because at one point in time I had the crib to myself for a minute, and I ain't do. That's how I got that's how I became a loner, because I had the crib so long by myself.
Right.
I ain't do nothing stupid. I ain't had no parties.
Right.
No orgies jumping off. Might have had my little situations, personals, but I ain't had nothing crazy going on, and that's how we built the trust with him and me, and like, you know what I mean? So that was really keen moment in my life, like just that trust issue. Like he always down South Philly. I'm always here by myself. He made sure the crib was filled and all that, with food and all that. I'm chilling, going to school and all that. Nobody knew it. Because you don't tell anybody anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So is it any traumatizing moments in your life, like moment that you would never forget?
Oh, man. Yeah, one of this, man, when my grandma, I got two, like really drinks. Like my grandma was sick of cancer. I didn't know it was that at the time. And, you know, she was sick, man. She was in my grandpa was in the room. I'm like, I never forget, like I dream about this. I had nightmares, like my grandma just spitting up blood, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was sick. I didn't know how sick at the time because I was like probably like 8 or 7. But for me to be that young and for me to be to this day to still remember that moment, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Look back and then, yeah, I mean, I think a couple, like a little shine like that, she passed away. Then there was another joint when seen somebody get hit in the head on what's that? 13th Street at the Poppy store. It was like, ooh, man, like we just see that, but like at the moment we weren't even scared.
Right.
Like we just seen it was cool. Like, you know, be like, man, this. And another thing I would never forget. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but man, I seen a motherfucker walk from 13th Street to fucking Tioga with a fucking AK strapped around him, man, with no shirt, man. Like, I seen, like, my era was, they had gangsters, man. Like, this era, they got some, but they ain't, not this era, because they ain't doing no shit like that. Like, they was willing to go to war. Who the fuck walks with a motherfucking joint strapped around him to another block with no shirt, man, ready to go to war? By itself. You know what I'm saying? So we seen shit, man, but it's crazy. We seen this shit. I was talking to my man, Al, AZ Zimmerman. We was sitting in the room one day with gangsters and hustlers and killers playing the video game. And it's cool, but we really in the room with killers, drug dealers. Niggas get real money, like, and we like probably like 16, 15 at the time. Like, and they was doing their own little thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, we look back now, like if we was, shit could have just went down, like, you know what I mean?
You've been around two eras of gangsters. You've been around the era before us, then you've been around us. How would you say it was the difference in the gangster activity? Like, because everybody was doing gangster stuff, but what was the difference in they gangster and our generation gangster?
Alright. My generation, it was going down. It was just like, we come up on you, where there ain't no sneaking.
Right.
It ain't no talk behind your back.
Right.
I'm going to come to your block, and we going to do this. The next generation was like, they was crafty, intelligent, like more smarter, like.
Pizza my intelligent.
Like, these motherfuckers intelligent killers or gangsters, like, what the fuck? Who thinks like that? Right. You see what I'm saying? So I think they did stuff in a smarter way than which they just was like, whatever, it's going down.
Right.
This is what it is. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. Like the older generation was straightforward. Like whoever they had a problem with, they come to. The younger ones, they would come to you, but after a while, it just got real sneaky and intelligent and crafty. Niggas got real crafty with this shit. So now you got to be on the lookout because you don't know who in what car, who's sending who. You don't know, so that's the difference. It got smarter. I mean, I guess as the time goes up, people change the way of doing things, but yeah. But I don't think nobody was like that boy because he knew what it was going to be and how it was going to end, if it was going to end like that. He was ready for that. Right. These niggas ain't ready for that. Right. They ain't ready to die. Like, his boy was ready to die. Like, it's whatever. Like, they bought my first pair of Air Pennies too, man. Right. And he was a good-hearted dude, man, but, like, he ain't play.
You know what's crazy? The most gangsters guys I know got the best, like, they really got good hearts.
Great hearts.
But what it be is they just be hurt. And they don't know where to channel that hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in rooms with the gangsters men.
Yeah.
And a conversation with them, they just be crying.
Yeah, niggas.
Like crying, boo-hoo, baby crying, but they go out there and blow somebody's head off right now. You know what I mean? So,
and I know you've been around.
And what I'm saying is because we got to get to the root of these problems.
Yeah.
It'd be starting at the household, how they raised.
Yeah.
The same way you got a story with something that was hurting you all your life, everybody from the hood got a story that was hurting them. And why they going around shooting people, hurting people because they don't know how else to channel this anger.
Yeah. And
to channel these problems. And nobody, some people don't even got nobody that's
like,
listen to them.
Like you say that, right? Since I had this relationship with my mom, right, for like about 8 months now, I feel different. I think different. My body's
right, it's like a void.
I'm good. Like, I ain't angry no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can see when somebody is really genuinely trying to be there. She checks on me every day. And so does my other mom, too. So, you know what I mean? I love them both. And I told my real mom that Angie is my mom, too. So you can't take nothing from that. She had me to keep me since I was 15. And they whole family love me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? The root was my mom. The root of my problem was my mom.
Right.
My mom hurt. My mom not being there left a void in me so deep, I wanted to hurt everybody.
Right.
And you know what I mean? And it's fucked up when you get older, you're like, damn. I said that shit to somebody? Like, and I got a DM the other day from somebody that was just happy for me being happy. And it was like, I'm really still fucked up with how you said that to me. Like, this shit could hurt you for years. Damn, what a motherfucker say to you hurt you for years.
Right.
That's deep. That's definitely deep.
Facts.
That's deep.
That's definitely facts. So what do you want to leave the people with? You got a young bull come up to you. He hurt. He ain't had no mom or no dad. He hurt. He got nobody to vent to. He misunderstood. He running around shooting, whatever the case may be. He come up to you. Oh, here, I need some game. Look, oh, here, I don't know. Like, I'm lost. What would you tell him?
I'm gonna tell him, you gotta fall back. You gotta sit there and you gotta think. You gotta let me know why you're mad. You gotta talk to me, open up, tell me what's going on from the rip. Like, don't give me the bullshit. What's wrong? Where's it starting at? He'll tell me whatever he's gonna tell me. I'm gonna try to find help for him. I'm gonna talk to him.
What about God?
Oh yeah, definitely. First of all, my bad. First of all, God is the number one reason we here and I'm here, and definitely is a big part of everything I have done. Besides my support system, he comes first. So I apologize for that. Damn, I forgot. But we are deep into the convo. But I'm definitely got something to go to God, talk to him, pray. It does help. People think it don't. Some people don't believe in it, but that's okay. But it has helped me,
right?
Because I came this far. You know what I mean? Then I would find him some help. I would actually find him some help. I would be like his big brother.
Right.
Because he need that. He might can't come live with me and nothing like that.
Right.
But I could find him a space.
Right.
A place to live, like a little place for like boys or whatever, or like a shelter. I can check him every day. I can get him a job. I can grab him on the weekend. We can go grab some eat. We can take him out.
Right.
Show him some love, because some people don't even know what the other side of Broad Street look like. Niggas only know 8th Street. Niggas only know Uptown. And it was fucked up when a nigga told me, he's like, what's Uptown? It's up the street. He ain't been there, he ain't been past North.
Right.
He ain't been past North. People think he be laughing and joking. No, motherfuckers really haven't been out their neighborhood.
And that's some people's reality. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's deep, man. I just think us as black men need to just be, even if they don't listen, even if you don't get all of them, if you get one. By me doing this, I feel like I'm the voice of like black men going to therapy. Because white people already know about this. They go to therapy at 9, 10. They prepare for this shit already.
But we
not.
For some reason, it was instilled in us to look down on everything that helped us. Anything that helped us get better, no, that's nutty. We don't want no, we buy straight cash. We don't want no therapy. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Like everything that's to help us, we look down on. Like it's weak. Yeah. But the whole time, we just weak.
Yeah, it's just like, man, we black, we don't cry, we don't bitch. So you can't let this shit out back then. Cause nigga like, you bitch, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that. Me and mom ain't doing that. Like, but you really fucked up for it. But you try to talk to your homies or whatever, but they like, nigga, man, you act like a nut, man. Go ahead. And then another thing with the women, back then, niggas ain't have one girl. You was a nut if you had one girl.
Right.
You got fucking Felicia, Tamika, Tamara, like, now you gotta try to live up to their standard because you young, you don't know the better. So now you trying to hit, they got hit such and such. You know what I mean? So it's just like rough for black men, man, because we put in that area, in that situation. And I ain't blaming on no race and all that, because they always, but we got that crab in the barrel shit. When you get older, you start to change. You start to dress different. You start to look different. Motherfuckers don't like change, and he changed on us. We think he better than us. No, I'm separating myself now, because I know it's a time I got to separate myself. Who want to be on the block all fucking day? It's cold out there sometimes. I don't give a fuck what you say. All that, I don't want to be out there.
I mean, I don't, see, I became real understanding because everybody was dealt a different hand.
Yeah.
And I ain't never had a hand, so I don't know how I would have played their hand, you know what I mean? Everybody got a different mindset, everybody got a different set of things that they've been through. Me personally, I had my fair share of being on the corners.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was real fun. You was out there with us every single day, so it was absolutely fun.
Yeah.
So
how about that?
the people that's out there now, I try to understand and not look down on them because I was once there.
Yeah,
and I understand that they just don't know no better.
I never look down on them, but it's just like sometimes you gotta flip that shit, flip the whole joint.
Yeah, but
and I'm talking about
it takes for you to see more for you to even be able to flip.
But then when I'm talking about outside, I'm talking about people my age.
Right.
36 and up.
But just because of your age, don't still. I mean, they grew up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
I know people that been to jail most of their life, they didn't grow up until they about 45 years old.
You're right. Definitely.
So it's like everybody grew up at different levels.
Everybody grew up at different levels. Because it took me 35, 34.
Right.
It actually took me to 35. Because I was at therapy, I was like 33, 34. And I still was going, and I'm still going. But it took me now.
Right.
Now I'm about to be 37.
Right.
And I'm going to celebrate this year, man. Next year, if God will, if I'm still here. I never had no party. I never did nothing, man. You know what I mean? So it's definitely time to celebrate life, man. On a real, just because I'm here, God waking up every day. And another thing, we get so used to waking up, man. We get used to it.
This is a blessing that we overlook.
We look over that blessing, my brother. Like, that is one of the biggest things I don't understand. Like, I thank him every day because every time you wake up, somebody die.
Right.
Or somebody born, somebody die, however it go. But that's the biggest thing, but the smallest thing people pay attention to. We wake up every day. I'm 36, I've been waking up every day. Somebody been dying every day for the last 36 years of my life. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I just want people to thought of that, like, waking up is a big thing. Because you ain't got to wake up.
You know, once you grasp that and realize that you didn't have to wake up, what is there really to complain about? Once you wake up and you're thankful for that, what else can you complain about? Because if somebody didn't wake up, so they can't complain about nothing.
Yeah, I don't believe in complaining no more, man. I take every day how it's going to come. Every day going to be different. You're going to have some rough ones. You're going to have some great ones. So you're going to make as soon as you have a rough day, you're going to complain. But you had 60 days, 66 months straight good.
Right.
The next day, it's just a little rough.
Right.
Man, that's bullshit. I don't like my life. Huh? You had 6 months worth of good months, and somebody had 6 months worth of bad months.
Right.
Try switching the hand. I mean, like you said, everybody dealt. The card is different, so you know what I mean. It's how you deal them, and then it's how they get shuffled. Then at the end of the day, it's how you play with them now.
Right.
Because now in your hands now, you got the option to go to school or not, to get yourself together or not, to seek help or not. You got all these options that we older. If you choose not to, that's on you at the time. You can't pray for God when you need Him, and then when you don't need Him, you don't pray. You gotta pray all the time, even through your bad times, because He always did.
Right.
I mean, so hopefully, man, a lot of people get this, man. I just really wanted to be the voice of something, and I think I ain't saying I'm no third bull, I don't know nothing, but I know people, and I know people see me like, how you was going through that? I couldn't even picture you. Don't look at me and judge me, because you can't figure me out until I tell you. But I just think a lot of black men, and I had a talk with my homegirl yesterday. she said, black men do need that because they are angry. And a lot of women need it too because they angry. So I just think that black culture needs it in a whole sometimes because we get upset about the littlest things and blow it up to a big thing.
Right.
Something this small gets blown up this big in our community. I mean,
I gotta ask you something, right? So I knew you most of my life, probably all my life, but looking at your personality, I would never think that you ever went through anything.
yeah.
Where did that? Is that like a cover up personality that you got?
I became funny or silly to protect me.
Right.
So I'm still funny all around, but like at that time, when I started to make jokes and became silly and play around, that was a protector.
Right.
It was like almost like a shield for me to protect me. So a lot of people don't even think it because my personality, like if I go somewhere, I know how to act.
Right.
I know how to switch up and go somewhere, act presentable and professional, whatever. But when I get the one-on-ones and when I get in the situations, oh shit get ugly.
Right.
I never hit no women in it like that. I just was verbally abusive, like.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying. And some of them got back with me. You know what I mean.
So the verbal abusive stuff, right? Is it something like you was always just ramming at the girls, or is it just like at a certain moment they trigger something and then you just start snapping at them?
Yeah, I think it was like a trigger. Like I be wanting, like I get in these moods, man. And my dad used to say, like I just make these funny faces, and I be like, I change. Like I be like cool 1 minute, then the next minute I'm fucking hot fire over here.
And it happened fast like that?
Quick, take a second. Like she might just do some dumbass shit. Man, get the fuck out, man. Like go ahead, man. Or I just go, or they say something on the phone or some dumb shit back then. You know, you curse them out, man. But it was just that quick. I was angry, man. It was a trigger, man. And the trigger, and people can't understand that trigger quick. Like that's a quick trigger. Like we could be talking right here back then, and then all of a sudden I'd be like this. I just go crazy.
And when you get like that, is you thinking about stuff? Or
I just snap it to somebody else. Like I just be like, I become something else. Like I'm not me, I'm the angry me. And like when the angry me come out, you be like, damn. And I think a lot of people had it. And you don't know. You don't know you're doing it though. Only they know. Then when they ask you about it, you snap. Like,
right.
Fuck you talking about, like, you know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. None of that shit. Go ahead on.
Right.
Bye, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was just, and that was probably protecting me too, because I didn't want to get close either.
Right.
So it probably helped me, but it hurt them. But at the end of the day, I hurt myself.
Right.
I ain't even helped me. I'm also hurt me more than I hurt them for real.
Because they only trying to help you, and you hurting people that sent to help you.
Yeah, man. Real rat, man.
So, have you ever had any addictions like drugs, alcohol, anything?
No. I was when I first went my therapy, I was on a little drinking tip, not heavy, but just too much. And I went to my therapist. We had talked about that, and I just started calming down. But I never had no addictions.
Right.
Not no addiction. I just drank a little bit, but that was because I was just didn't know how to handle the therapy. Because this shit was like that therapy shit. When you first go, that shit play tricks on you because you thinking like, damn, I be acting like that. Why are you saying that? So it's just like a mind game with you until you keep going and understand it. It's really like we be having a lot of tears of joy inside us that gotta come out. They're not angry tears. They're really tears of joy. We gotta let them out though. And a lot of times people don't want to cry. Should I cry? Fuck it, man. It is what it is, man. Cause like the biggest thing for me this year, we lost Dog, man. And yeah, so Dog, man, that was really like, I don't know what my dad did with him or something, cause I was cool with Big Mel. He died when I was in Colorado. I came back after that. Then Dog always makes sure I'm cool. He like, if he see me in the corner, he get me off the corner. If I needed something to eat, he had me. Like Dog was like just that big brother, man. Big gentle giant, I called him. And when I got that call, what I seen, I was like, damn. Like I never visit, even my own family, I never visit no grave, dog. I done been in his trunk like 7 times. Like, cause, you know what I mean? It just, and people don't understand, you don't never know how a death can affect you. But the big giant, man, fuck with me, man. His mom, Mr. Lane, she made sure we ate. Even your mom made sure we ate.
You knew one thing I loved about dog. I had, I would say about 20 conversations with dog, right? But every conversation was like super impactful. But one thing that I really respect a lot about him is how he take care of his mom.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, yo, I swear,
all the women,
everything was about Miss Elaine, yo.
And like Marlo, all his cousins and all his they loved him. Even light skinned Gina and her daughter Ish. They made sure they was good too. Yeah, I mean, he was just a good, genuine dude. Like,
and that's another one of the people when I say all the gangsters I know got a real good heart. Like dog really got a good heart.
Yeah, great heart. Yeah, I mean, so that was probably one of the ones that affected me really this year. Then seeing his mom, because they like yin and yang. So it's like, damn, you see her, you see him, you see Marlo, you see him, because they look alike. It's like fucked up situation. So I think when that happened, I went back to therapy on a real, just to get back. And it been many other deaths this year too, but like that one right there, and it still fuck with me to this day. Like it's just like,
I'm gonna keep it a beam. Deaths these days, I don't really feel them no more, bro. Like I care,
but they happen.
And I love the people, and I care, but I see it so much. It's like I'm kind of really not.
We've been seeing it for how long? I'm 30. How old are you, Richard?
29.
You're 29. So I've been seeing them all my life. So we've been practically right there with each other since you start coming out. We've been seeing this shit.
It gets to a point like, how hurt can you get? Like I'm past the limit of being hurt, so it ain't no more hurt to get. Like
definitely. Definitely right. It's like wow, like we can't. Sometimes you get a death, and he died. All right, we can't even cry because it's just like we hear this shit every day. Definitely, man.
So I want to rewind it back real quick. You said that you drink a little bit. How often is a little bit?
When I was going to therapy, I was drinking, man. I was drinking anything, man. Like, but a little bit. I would just take a couple shots every day. And my normal drinking before and now, maybe a casual drink. I go out, or used to have something back in the day. We used to something small. Like, I mean, now back then, but doing that therapy, oh man, every day 3-4 shots.
Wow, what was it doing for you?
It was calming my nerves, and I wasn't even getting on or drunk. It would just calm me down from thinking about what I don't need to think about. Because if you sit around too much, that's another thing. People think too much, and when you think too much, you make shit bigger than what it is. When you can't do nothing about it. Now I know, like you can't control it. Don't think about it. Right? It's just gonna happen.
So it cleared your mind, but then what happens when it wears back off?
Shit.
Then you need it more. So I gotta go pour some out real quick again.
Later on that night or something, I gotta pour some more. Yeah, this happened for like about 2.5 weeks till I really got comfortable with the lady. Maybe 3 weeks, and I had asked her about the drinking and stuff. She said stop drinking because that means you worrying too much.
So being as though you drunk to clear your mind and it helps you, do you really believe that it really helped you? Would you recommend somebody else do that to help them?
I don't even think it really helped me for real. It was a mind thing.
Right.
I don't even think it helped me, man. At the end of the day, when I think about it, my mind was like, man, drink something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because once your mind starts talking to you, you start doing it.
Right.
Like, you could be in the crib chilling till your mind like, man, we call up, man. And you know you shouldn't be fucking up or dealing with her. And you wind up over there.
Right.
Now what? Now you done opened the Pandora's box again. You done started something that you shouldn't have started. You did it because you called her.
Right.
She answered the phone, but you know what I mean? So, I wouldn't have recommended nobody, man, out there drinking shit. I drink occasionally, man, once in the blue, but I don't really, I get sick of it. I get sick now, man. Give me some wine, baby. Some wine and water. I'm good, money.
So is there anything, we coming to the end, is there anything that we left out that you want to let the people know?
No, not really, man. I just want the people to know, man, go what you know. Whatever you feeling, go after it. Don't hesitate. Don't not. The dumbest question you can ask is the one you don't ask. So if you got a problem or anything, go ask somebody. Go seek help. You ain't no nut. You ain't no pussy. You ain't none of that. You're still a man or a woman. You're just trying to seek help to make you better. And ain't nothing wrong with making you better, because once you become a better you, everything goes better. The vibe. I used to be a nightmare. When I go places now, I'm a vibe now. Like, I never could picture that. People happy to see me. I'm happy to see them. You know what I mean? And be loyal, man. And like, people don't understand. This is the I don't know if it's a pet peeve or I take it offensive, like, or I get mad. I check on a lot of people, man. I just check on them. I'm just a genuine person like that. I check on the people. You know, I call you. I check on the family. Just love you. Some people needs that text. Yo, hey man, I love you, boy. Hey, tell the wife I said I go bang, love y'all, boom. People don't do that. They call you when they need something. If I call you my bro, you call me, and I call you my bro. We text on each other on the daily, or not on the daily, like course a week or every other 2 weeks. We just make sure you don't go months without checking on your dog. Like, you can't call me your brother and you don't check on the fan. There's no way.
Now let me come to them people that don't know how to love when it comes to their defense, right? Everybody haven't been loved right.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know how to love because nobody ever told them how to love or showed them how to love. So now we know how to love. Or so bang. I was once at a point I really didn't know how to love or how to accept love. So people would be like, yo, love you, bro. And it really made me feel awkward. But now that I know how to love, and I found love in God, and I got a relationship with God, and I really can love now I'm the one saying love you, bro, to everybody, and I can tell that it'd be a little awkward to them, like, because they're not usually used to hearing people say I love you. So I just walk around all day, love you, bro. I don't even care. I don't gotta know you. I love you. And it makes people uncomfortable because they're not used to this. It's not the norm.
Nobody never told me nothing.
Because everybody's used to just hating. Oh, I hate boy. He got that. I don't got that. I hate him. I want to take that. You know what I mean? And I'm just walking around showing all this love. Now, I'm just. You gotta give out what you want to receive. So I walk around, whoever it is, look, bang bang, dap you up. I love you, boy. Be careful. And I'm gonna keep spreading that. And they gotta come back around to me. You know what I mean? Because I was once at a point where I needed that love, and I ain't had it.
Yeah, you're right. I just wanna and I just want to give people some love, man. I want to give the McCoy family, Stazzy, Sean, AZ, Dre, my man Butter, Izzy, the whole gang, Kiana, even somebody who played a big part in my not therapy, but like helped me go to therapy. Kiana Smith. She played a big part in that. I appreciate you. I appreciate my cousin Cornetta, Verna, my pop, my Uncle Chucky, man, the family, man, they kept me. One thing about this shit, man, without a strong support system, you're weak. It's gonna be hard. Like, so my support system was so strong. When I told these people, when I text Rolo and them in the group chat, I was going to and Yacht. Big shout out to motherfucking boy Yacht, man. Big shout out to Yacht, man. When I texted them this, I was like, I'm going to therapy, man. They said, go ahead, bro, take care of you. Nobody never once looked at me wrong or gave me
Casualties of war.